At the beginning of this year, I got several payouts denied from Apex because of breaking one simple rule. After getting my payouts denied from Apex, I went ahead and blew up the accounts. However, if I'd been using this trade copier down here, it could have made the difference between blowing the accounts and being able to secure the payout. Now, before we take a walk down memory lane, I want you guys to know right now, Apex having a massive 90% sale off all their evaluation accounts. Best yet, they've lowered the activation fee to $85. Take advantage of this offer. Use the link in the description box down below and use promo code Mike at checkout. So now let's talk about what happens once your payout gets denied with Apex. Once my payout was denied, here is all I had to do to go ahead and secure a second payout request. I had to trade a total of 8 days. Now, 5 of those days, I must have had a profit of $50 or more. Not too bad, right? And my goal was I was only going to trade micros in this account. If you guys have joined me on the live stream, you've heard me tell this story plenty of times. So now you're probably wondering, Mike, how could a trade copier help you only secure $50 per trade? Well, for that, let me go ahead and take a trip down memory lane. For instance, when I said I was going to make $50 per day in this account, my goal was not to trade the ES, the mini contract, but to trade micro contracts. Now, just in case you guys don't know, on the ES, this is going to be this chart right here. For every 1 point moves, for instance, from 65.13 to 65.14, that would be considered 1 point or 4 ticks. That would be equivalent to $50. However, trading micros, which will be the chart right above that, if we traded from 6.13 right up here to 6.14, that would only be $5. Now remember, that cuts both ways, $5 in your favor, or it could be $5 against you if you pick the incorrect direction of the market. So let me show you how the trade copier could have helped me not make a mistake. And if you're wondering what the mistake was, well, at night I went to trade Asia. I simply went to go put a trade on. I go get a drink. I come back. I'm down a couple $100. I'm asking myself, how am I already down a couple $100? It's only a micro. Then I say, oh, and you guys can go ahead and fill in the blank of what that may be. But I realized I was trading the mini contract and not micros. Well, that still doesn't make sense. How would the trade copier help me be able to secure the payout and actually not end up blowing up those accounts? And it wasn't the fact that I saw that I traded one mini that caused the account to blow up. It was the fact that as soon as I realized I made a mistake, I exited. And what do we do as traders? I got to get it back. I got to hurry up. I got to get it back. Got to get it back. And I got to be honest with you, that has been very detrimental over my trading career. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you guys suffer from that same illness? When you lose a trade, you feel like you have to get it back? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, before I show you the feature of the trade copier, I want to let you guys know what trade copier I'm using. It's a copier from Affordable Indicators. Now, the copier is actually duplicate account actions. However, if you get the account dashboard suite, it'll also give you extra risk controls, which I'll talk about here in just a few moments. And right now, they are currently having a 40% sale site-wide. And on some of the other indicators, you can save up to 70%. If you go ahead and put it in your cart, put in code Mike, you can get the copier for only $295. Now, if you do decide to get account dashboard suite, look right over here where it says daily loss limit and daily goal. So you can set in a particular amount. So if you say, all right, daily goal, I make $200. After that, if you have that check marked off, once the account is $200 in profit, it'll close the trade and no longer copy that account. Well, you can also do that for a daily loss limit. If you say, you know what, I don't want to lose more than $600 on any one day at $600, you put that in there. As long as that check mark is selected, if your account ever draws down by $600, it'll automatically liquidate your position and it will continue to disregard when you go ahead and try to copy. It'll no longer copy in that account. Now you can go in there and override it, but it is an extra safety measure, which I do like quite a bit. But that's not what we're going to talk about, what could have saved me in that account. Instead, I want to show you guys something real quick. On the chart on the left, this is going to be the leader account. And something else I like about this copier, you can see the leader account, it says it's funded. Well, that's only because it sees its apex and it knows it's over a certain threshold. This is really just a sim account. But also, if you're trading in a prop account, once it reaches funded status, it'll also go ahead and skip those accounts. So if you trade multiple prop firms or you have multiple accounts with a prop firm, this is a must-have in my personal opinion. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the trade copier. I'm going to hit buy, and I want you guys to see, I have a buy order on the leader account. Over here on the MES, I also have a buy order over here. And on the MES, on this second account, Sim 102, I also have a buy order in place. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and close that out. Well, I want to show you guys one of the tips I like about this copier. Let's say, for instance, when the market's not moving around, maybe even between that 5 and 6 o'clock window, when the market is shut down, we can go ahead and set the copier up the way we want. For instance, there's a thing down here called size, and there's a section called type. Now, I want to show you guys something real quick. If I select micro in Sim 101 and Sim 102, and I come right over here in the MES chart, let me go ahead and change that to the ES. So now watch, with that change to the ES, if I go ahead and hit it, when I hit buy, it went ahead and only traded the MES. Now, with some of the other trade copiers out there, they have what's called a cross feature. And in that example, if I close this out, if this was actually on the MES and I fired off a trade, it would put it on the ES on the other ones. Well, this copier is smart enough to know because we already designated as micro. So in that case, I hit buy, and it still went ahead and put trades only in micro accounts. And that would have saved me from go ahead and going on tilt and losing those Apex account. So I'm really regretting I was not using this trade copier at the beginning of the year. And since I've been trading with prop firms, I have used a total of 3 different trade copiers. By far, this is my favorite one. If you guys want to check it out, link in the description box down below. And if you want to see more features with this trade copier, then you want to make sure to check out this next video right here.